Hey everyone, sorry I left you on a cliffhanger, but I wanted to make sure I had enough time to make a specific video because I know you guys are going to be wanting to know this information. So make sure you stock up on pink gems this weekend because you don't know if there's going to be a code next weekend. So use the code juniors. And I did put a little bit of time into this one. So what I want to show you guys is how many tokens it took me, just the general tokens, and then how many packs I had to buy in order to get the general. Now, this might be a bad strategy, I don't know. But one thing that you should always do is save your tokens for the meta events. Truly, if you're not a huge coiner, there are people that have the best general pairings because they wait 3 months, right? Just save your tokens for that time frame. And I know I'm not following my own advice, all right? I had to open up maybe I think I did 120 tokens that I normally would not have opened, but because of All Stars, I wanted to make sure I had a better archer pairing. So only because in this All Stars, we rally with archer a lot. So I just want to make sure that I have a better archer pairing, and this is not something that I would normally do. I also would never have you guys upgrade any of your generals with, Blood of Ares unless there's Trial of Knights. And again, I am going against what I normally do because of All Stars, right? So there's very rare circumstances where I will do that. But my advice to you is if you can wait, just wait until the next event because it'll come back around. So if you don't want to be spending a lot on these generals, you really need to save at least 100 tokens. Now, Panda told me from C4, she's in PPK, she told me that she only opened 50 tokens and got all of them. And I wish I was that lucky, but definitely know that the percentages or the chances that you get Romulus seem to be a little bit more. So I think, I wanted to show you doing the tokens first because then that will dictate how many packs I will need to buy. Now, if you're going to end up spending on the event packs anyway, it might not matter for you, right? You might be buying a full cake of event packs and you're going to have enough tokens to get him. However, if you're someone like me that has an addiction to civilization cards or other things, I don't always necessarily want to buy all event packs. So I'm going to open my tokens first to see how many Romulus I get, and then I'm going to buy packs based off of, what I need additionally. One more thing I want to bring up are percentages. So if you notice watching back, I got this guy a lot, okay? I want to show you the percentages because it's interesting. This is different. It's Romulus that's 18%, and normally they have like 7% for a couple of the newer generals, but everybody looks like it's 0.91. So why was I getting the same general multiple times? Does that sound like it's like a 0.9% chance? It doesn't seem like the algorithm is truly that if I'm getting drops of multiple same, right? Like same people. 18% makes sense that I'm getting him like every fourth, fifth, however many tokens that I'm opening. But 0.91, I kept getting the same people on some of these things. So, I noticed that these guys are wearing skirts. There's a lot of skirt wearing going on. Okay, so maybe we should just fast forward. Just so that you guys don't have to sit. Okay, 68 tokens left. I can fast forward, but at least you can kind of see the range of the type of generals that you're getting. So we're getting a lot of older generation generals and not a lot of the newer ones. Like, look, that was Philip. How is that possible on a 0.91% that I get him twice in a row? Right? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. If you're like one of those mathematical people, let me know in the comments if what I'm observing is right or wrong. And we will go ahead and let's see if there's any more interesting ones coming up here, popping up. See? Got this guy again. I got a lot of people in skirts. I don't know why. In a skirt again. And we popped this guy before too. So Another skirt. So the reason why I wanted to bring this up, we got Romulus. But I wanted to bring this up to see if the community as a whole is getting these very, duplicate types of drops on really bad generals, to see if the percentages are actually true. That's all. Like, I just want to know if they're true. So just remember, 0.91% is not even a 1% chance of getting that general, but we got multiples. Like, for so many of them. It's crazy. But I'm not a math person, so maybe you can explain it to me. Okay, so after opening about 70 tokens, we're going to see how many fragments I have, which is half, like maybe less than half of what I actually need, so 210. So let's see what we can open with the 25 tokens left. And I don't know, maybe I should fast forward this, but let's just see if there's anything interesting that comes up. So let's see if there's any more. This guy's random. I am so tired, guys. You know what another skirt. You know what I worry about? I worry about falling asleep before being able to upgrade all these new generals, because I still have to upgrade their XP. It takes a while. So I'm a little scared. I don't even know if I have the dragons off and it needs to have a cooldown and all that kind of stuff. And I have to respec everything and do the skills. It truly takes, when you work on a general, it truly takes sometimes up to 3 hours when you're trying to do the refines, when you're trying to do all the skill books, the runestones, the specialties, up-leveling their cultivation, right? There's so many aspects. And then your amplification, and then making sure you have the right dragons on. And there's just a lot of stuff that goes into it. And it's kind of another reason why I don't like to change my generals often, because I really don't have the time to do that. So let's see okay, let's fast forward this, because I'm like falling asleep. I just wanted to show you this guy again. See? That's like what, 5 times now? So 5 times opening out of 70 or 95 tokens, that's way more than 1%, right? I know that part of math. I know that much at least. So it looks like, let's see how many we ended up with. Romulus. Nope. All right. So in order to check to see how many packs I'm going to need to buy, we're going to go ahead and up level, not Merlin, but we're going to go ahead and up level up Romulus to see how many blood of Ares and how many fragments we have. So first thing I do is I favorite it, because I forget. If I forget, then I always lose it when I'm trying to go back to building it. So always make sure you favorite it right away, or else it's going to get lost in a sea of military generals, which is annoying. And yeah. I think when you go to 22, I think it's 6 million XP. Pretty sure. I'm not sure why Evony decided to try to do these graphics. One of the things that I wish they would have a skip animation, because it takes too long. And then they extended it, right? Like, it looks nice, it's fine, but I wish they would just have a skip animation, because I really don't want to see this again. Before, I was able to click up and down on the same page in order to up level my general really fast, and now you have to go on 2 different pages. I don't know why they would do that. We don't want things to take longer, Evony. We want things to just be really quick. So let's see. I'm going to fast forward this because this is boring. Okay, so with 95 tokens, I made it to 4 stars, which is pretty good, right? But now, in order for me to get that 5th star, I'm going to need 3 more generals, which is annoying. And they did not give me ascension fragments on this pack. They gave me something else, right? Actually, just looking back, that was the 90 times 100 stamina one, which we usually always try to get, but it's fine. I don't need it. So, but just ironically, they don't give you the extension packs because they want you to have to buy packs to upgrade. So I went ahead and bought packs. Oh, we're going through this fast. I must have put this on like super fast speed. I don't know, my brain can't process this. So I got one more. Let's see if I get another one. I have to buy another pack, so this is going to be $400. So let's hope that we can get it. And nope. Drum roll. No. Okay, so that was $400 plus the $100 that I had in the beginning. So that's $500 total plus 95 tokens. Now, this is my little trick. I've told you guys this before. This is what I usually do before I buy the packs. So I basically I did this out of order, but I just need one more general. So I'm going to take a little gamble and I'm going to go to the Battle Glory shop. So in this shop, you can get general tokens. Now, every time I do the crystal, you can do the badge too, but I feel like it's every time I do the dragon crystal one. And I'm not talking about every time. I'm just talking about the first time when a new general comes out. If I go to that glory battle shop and I buy a token with the dragon crystals, watch this. Can you believe that? I just saved myself $100. All right. So you can do that in the very beginning, test your luck, try to do it a couple times if you have them. This is why I really hoard those dragon crystals, because when I'm in a pinch, I can get those generals. I don't like to use my badges because we really need to use badges for a lot of our, our main dragons. So I just try to use my dragon crystals for that only. But I also keep a lot of dragon crystals because I do upgrade the Fafnir still and the Celtic. I still upgrade those. I still use them. So this is why there was a cliffhanger, because it was a very long process and I'm sure you guys did not want to watch, a 30-minute video. So the next thing I want to show you, and I'll try to do this really quickly, is I want to gather up all of the harpy feathers. Now, I'm going to go for the assistant, but I really recommend you get the max of the harpy feathers so that you can redeem those free chests that have those torches in it. Because you never want to get to a point where you are having to buy packs to open the assistant, but then you have those torches hanging out and you could have saved yourself, $100 or more. So let me just show you really quickly what I'm talking about here. So when you redeem, you can get these torches for free. Now, that's a possible chance for some of your free-to-play players to get the Assistant General, and also you have to encourage your alliance to share the Harpies, or else they just don't understand or they won't do it. And you have to make sure you select it on either your ESB or your rally cards. You have to make sure that you can kill those monsters. So there's also this chest here that has possible torches, a 5% chance, so I wouldn't really lean in on that. Now, normally I would wait to open that up, but because I'm trying to get this video out to you guys fast, I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and just do the gamble right now. So we have 40 torches and we're going to do 10 at a time. I truly believe the 10 at a time is better chances, but don't quote me on that. And now I'm just going to go straight to the 100 because I know that I'm going to get this regardless. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. Our hope is that we can just land this general in the first 80 spins. Now I have 160 that are guaranteed. So I know for a fact that I only have to spend 200 here. So let's see if we get it. No. So I'm going to have to buy another pack. So opening another one. And let's see how we do. So 80, 70, 60, 50. I'm getting so tired, guys. I hope I wake up. Okay, we got it. We got the box. So now I'll show you guys me opening it, and then I just want to show you one more thing on her, and then we'll be done. And I swear, if I go to bed right now, these generals are not going to get done. They are not going to get done. All right, so we have her. Awesome. Open it. I need to speed this up. I'm going way too damn slow. Hold on. So we're going to open her up, and that sounded really bad. Her fame got completed, so that's one of the criterias for the nameplate. And then we're going to go ahead and get her stars up, and I want to show you just a couple more things on her, and then we'll be done. We already talked about the skin on the first video. The stats are good. It's coming soon. I don't know why they wouldn't do the skin on the same event, because you know people would just spend on that. So we don't have the ability to get the skin yet. And I want to show you the Covenant, which again I pointed out on the video prior, but this has some really good Covenant stats. So if you have the Covenant stones and you know you can afford to waste it on the globals, do it, right? Just do it. I'm going to try to get to the very bottom, but it's going to take me a while to, again, get all of those general cultivations up. So again, very time consuming. So to sum everything up, the cost of both of these generals was $700 with double coupons. Plus, just remember the free torches that I got in the free redeem. Now, I think that's actually a pretty good deal for both of the generals. But because I broke my own advice and made archer generals right before this for All-Stars, I could have spent way less. I had 225 general tokens, so I'm sure I still would have had to pay maybe a couple of $100, but at least it would have been way less than what I ended up spending. So all in all, I hope you guys got some good learnings from this video, maybe a couple of tips and tricks here and there. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in All Stars and hearing about how you guys do. Wish you the best of luck. See you guys soon.